All right, guys. So this is the second video. Again, I'm working in Sketchbook. Again, it works the same way in Photoshop. We did a couple of things in class where I did a breakdown. What I did is I went back in here and I drew right on top of my existing drawing. So let me turn that off to show you, which is more of a plain drawing. Drew right on top of it to give myself more of a base to work off of. I didn't do anything too special. I just went and traced on top of it and figured out where her kneecaps would go and where her rib cage would be at, clavicles, etc., to get everything down a little bit. I don't know exactly who she's going to be at. I can make her into Wonder Woman, can make her into a mermaid, I can make her into an alien creature. But let's just see where we can take this. So really quickly, what I'm going to do is create a brand new layer, and then I'm going to draw on top of this layer. And I work in a bunch of layers. I've explained that before. So layers to me are just golden. You can work with the same color set. You can go darker to mix it up a little bit. Test out what you have with your pencil. So that's what I have, and then I got to think about what do I want with this model. So maybe I can start playing off of the model's face a little bit. You know, playing off of that geometry again, tapering that neck, maybe making the head a little bit different, adding some flowing hair. I'm everywhere with it just because it helps me think when I'm drawing things out. I'm going to lower this a little tad bit more to see it better. And then I'm going to bring this down and lower this a little bit more. And I'm going to work as much as I can. And if by some chance I get this video where it stops, I will continue working on a third video for you guys until we get a full-on character, okay? So this won't be as organized as I would like it to be because, again, when I'm drawing, it's just about being in that moment and just trying to get things down. So anyway, so here we go. So just bear with me as I start working on this thing here. So I will start working with her face, just trying to get a good feel for what I want. Remember, long strokes to give you a better feel for better line work, I guess. You know, that's the best way to put it. Even if they're a little bit choppy, keep them long. You're going to be going back and forth. Alt Control Z is going to be your thing with Photoshop. With me, it's just Command C, and it just erases. So it's pretty good. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to worry too much about her face. Maybe adding some lips to my character. I'm not going to try and get too detailed with her. Push her neck down a little bit. I'm going to bring my drawing up and then just start playing with it. I'm not really sure if I want to keep the arms this way. You know, I don't like how straight this arm is, so I might add a little bit more flow to it. Sometimes adding an S-curve to help you might be useful, so maybe adding an S-curve. This is what I was talking about. Even if you draw right on top of your model, it always helps to just go back in there and just re-edit some of the anatomy, because, again, what if the drawing isn't to, or the anatomy isn't to your liking, you know, so you might want to. S-curves help so much. They add so much action to your pose. You know, they give you a story that you can work off of. Whereas a regular curve, sometimes, you know, off of the model, where it might look great on the model, it's not going to look great on your drawing. Keep it nice and dirty. Don't worry about it looking pretty right off the bat. Just draw. Just flow with it. You know, your models, especially the female models, they don't have to be voluptuous. They can just have regular anatomy. I mean, it's your character. And again, I'm trying to not really think too much about the anatomy. I'm trying to just add the shapes and see how they're flowing within this person's body. This hand here now feels a little bit big, so, you know, you might want to thin it down. That's if we're even going to keep this hand, and I think we are, but we'll see. And like I said, if I want to change the way that she looks or that she's standing, again, I might want to play with that S-curve. So you can add a gesture in a line, or you can add a gesture there just to kind of give a better feel for that pose. Remember, it's about flowing. It's about creating something that feels organic. So sometimes you take those creative edits to make that organic flow feel a little bit better. You can thin out some of your model's anatomy if you want.